your distinguished guests. Now this is the final round, the interaction. It will be running for 20 minutes. I hope it would be more free in form. We hope your candidates or your audience have something to say. Maybe we just narrow the topics. We should talk about the two following questions. The first is, in this forum, is called the Third China-ASEAN International Wood Culture Forum. So actually, this forum, at this forum, we say something about some academic development, and also we have wood carving. So for formality and for content, what is your view? What is your feedback toward this forum? Please voice your view and ideas. Second is the IWCS. Since its foundation, it has undergone many forms of activities. For example, forums and tours and academic promotion. Madam Jianghua, sorry, I don't remember her name. Just now she introduced to us the outline of this association. So for the forum, actually, we have promoted the mission, wood is good. In China or in any corners of the world, how do we carry out this kind of activity? March 21st, the World Wood Day. Do you have any new ideas or new concept? You can say anything about that. Due to the limit of time, we have so many young students here. I think maybe your ideas are more fashionable. So anyone would like to voice your idea or concepts, you're welcome. Now please raise your hand to show you are going to say something.
Good afternoon. I would just like to ask a question regarding wood culture per se. How do we encourage young people to continue on the tradition of wood sculpture or wood carving?
So actually, I think it's very, very good question and very crucial because, well, this event, we made it this way. And I also have a question regarding this too, because if we stay in this room, then we cannot enjoy the competition, the show outside. So how to combine it together that we can enjoy so far the forum and also the show and competition? That's my question actually.
It's really good. Actually, competition, the race is going on very heatedly. And the forum, actually, I think we here at this venue, we should be more heated. Yeah, we have different ideas, different viewpoints, and I think this is really good. Okay, please, the girl with glasses. Please introduce yourself. I think you listen to the forum quite attentively. I am from Forest Department of Guangxi University. I studied furniture design. So your major is right. Yeah, you are the right guy listening to this forum. So I want to know something. For Hongmu furniture is so popular. We know that in the market, Hongmu furniture is so popular. I want to know something about the price of Redwoods, and also I want to know more about the market future orientation. Mr. Yang, please answer this question. During the break, many people has actually asked me questions about Hongmu Redwoods. I think your concept and your knowledge is at initial stage. I mean, for the whole people, we cannot just spread this topic. So it's very difficult to say something about this topic. So the concept is, I mean, your concept is not so good. Just now, I want to say, you did not listen to me attentively. As for this question, everything is very detailed. For example, one journalist asked me something about the value. What is the fake one? How do you distinguish the real one, genuine one, and fake one? What do you mean? What do you mean by fake furniture? You mean the artisans are genuine? You should have your thoughts. You should have your results. So I think this is rather interactive. So many people just ask me, how do you define whether this furniture of Redwoods is true or not, is fake or false? So actually, this is a kind of wood, or it is a kind of positive and a negative thing. Something you cannot see, something is invisible, something beyond your sight. Because we have artists, we have art inside, we have culture inside. We should integrate the physical side and the artistic side together. So actually, Hongmu was given birth just prior to science. So it came into being before the civilization, scientific civilization. So actually, it's very difficult to say. It is a game, about the culture, about science, and about the arts. It's very difficult to say. During the lunchtime, I mentioned this. So a doctor in his dissertation wrote something about methodology. You mentioned a lot about material. You mentioned about how to distinguish the fake one and the genuine one. Actually, it's hard to say. It is art. Yeah, it is art. What kind of class? Yeah, we have three levels. Artistic work, craftsman, function. Some furnitures are with function, but it lacks of any artistic form. So I think it's very difficult for people to understand artistic form. And also, we are talking about the industry development, the escalating industrial design.
So design is the soul. And then at that time you see that the hammers, hammers in Chinese traditional thinking, that is very low level of the techniques, craftsmanship very low. But still we find out that those Hongmu manufacturer in Europe and Japan, they also have the same idea, thoughts in this way. While Professor Huang of the Guangxi Forest University, and also he told me that the inspiration is very important for the designer. If without the inspiration, no matter what you are coming from Western or Oriental, there will be no use. So when we compare those Western style and Oriental style, you may find out some inspiration upon the comparison of cultures. If we sit together here, for the scholars, we sit here, what do you think? I think that I told him that definitely we will find out the true soul, especially in the details, that every detail may tell the idea of design. So thank you for giving me this time. Thank you, Mr. Yang. Thank you, Mr. Yang. Now, only one question, okay? Okay, I have two questions and you got one question. Please come. Please come on. You answer these two questions, okay? Just now, I heard Professor Lin say that. So I'm very interested to his topic. You know, home furniture. That according to our just a general idea. There's first of all, we need to see that whether the color is shining, and then the grain, whether it's smooth. So this is, this is general idea. And also they discuss some press, like press wood or something, and also discussing the density. Say for example, if we use it to make it a home furniture, that we need to make it, to color it. But this is not natural one if we color it, right? So I believe that Professor Lin is very anxious to know the answer because this is a very critical question, right? For example, if for me as a consumer to buy this furniture, then what? I think that but the color, color is a critical question. The how to make it more acceptable. Mr. Lin, sorry for Professor Lin just lost his voice. I cannot answer you.
Yes, wood culture is about joy, about appreciating the wood in different countries. I think so far it's been focusing on China and a few countries. Everybody we represent, maybe in Southeast Asia, we could go back home and do something in your own country. For example, what we're gonna do on the 21st of March, that you say it's a wood day. So for the wood day, for example, like Thailand, I'm thinking of carving competition. We could run a carving competition in a small way so that we have the local champion, so we can bring to the international forum like the wood culture in the different country. So something like that we could do in our own way. We could promote. I would say that on 21st of March, March is a trade month because in March we have the furniture fair. We have a lot of, for example, this year in Thailand we have the teak conference. We have a teak conference, we have the furniture fair, we have so many things. And always March in every other country in Southeast Asia is a busy month. So why don't we incorporate into our program that we do something in our own country on March 21st. And perhaps we could bring also the result of what we have done to the Wood Culture IWCS so that we could share what we have done in the country. I think so far the program is the only one in the world that appreciate the wood and culture and make it the forum like this. Because not other forum in this world has been mostly focusing on the trade, but we focusing on the social aspect. I think that's nice, that's beautiful. Yeah, but how we can organize in a more structural way, I think that's very, because right now we have no idea who's gonna talk what. So if we have like what we did in India, room-wise, I think that is also good, that is also interesting. So we can actually take turn going to this room and that room. Somehow we have a bit of free time so we can enjoy the coming up there. So that's also nice. So somehow I think the structure may be too tight or somehow. I think the program can be spread out and organized in such a way that we can enjoy the side event going on. And I believe that the representative from each country, from JEPRA, from other Southeast Asian countries, can also create the event. Because for me, I already have talked to Mike. I think that I will create a small carving competition out of the wood so that we have some event going on also at the same time. Thank you.
谢谢，你说的非常好。
Yes. Okay, thank you for the time. I like to support the statement from Mr. Chiru. Yeah. Actually, we can do together. As Mr. Chiru said that March is the busiest month because at Indonesia there is the International Furniture Fair as well. And in the Jepara region, we did two kind of the competition. The first is the sanding, how to make smooth the surface of the wood. And the second competition is the carving. It's the national carving competition. So I think if we want to promote the wood is good, so maybe we can go together. We can organize together to push up the wood is good. Okay, thank you.
好，谢谢。你来传一下那个。
各位好，我想要呼应一下刚刚包括菲律宾、还有泰国、还有
To support those delegates from Thai, from Vietnam, from Philippines, like Connie Hanpilot, that she said, current topics that we want to call on the youngsters to participate us, to make better efforts. And you guys like young people may participate more to the sculpture arts, wood arts, including
印尼的嘉宾所提到的，他们非常的愿意响应世界木材日，愿意在3月这个贸易蓬勃的时候，在自己的国家举办自己国家的木雕比赛，来响应这个世界木材日。
Wood Day thesis. And also we think about our question is that we hope more youngsters, more young scholars, young blood to put in this industry, in this event. And also like to support to the Mr. Zhao is that in the development of the wood subject, we hope that more young scholars, including the students today, may participate actively to the volume like today, and also participate in the publishment of more magazines. We hope that the young scholars may participate as well. Good afternoon. I'm from the Academy, Research Academy of Timber. So I just tell something of my feeling. So like in Iowa, in US, when we visited there, we have discussed with Mr. Ho. And also we later in the party in the University of Forest, we also have a discussion. So in terms of the wood timber and wood culture, we see the change in multiple ways, like in forms. Like Mr. Zhao lead us to attend the seminar at the first time. I fear that is more, at the time it's more discussion among the scholars. Now today is more enterprise engaged in these seminars. Now I want to I would like to support Mr. Zhao that according to the seminar, the forum today, all of us learn a lot. I think that the forum is not so important. The most important thing is we have more and more participants, including the Academy Research Institute and the university, college, enterprises. So the coverage is expanding more and more bigger. We also see a lot of shows and exhibitions today at the second floor. So we see that scholars and students participate well actively. So I think we should expand more in the future to adopt more ways. For example, we may organize some artisans, the folk artisans, to present to us how they make their handcrafts, how to make the artworks on site, to tell the people how they use the wood and make the hours. And also, people call on youngsters to participate more for the research on the academy and culture. No matter you are focused on marketing or you are on the academy research. So like in Guangxi University, that if you play culture, of course you need to invest. You need the input. You need the capitals. So you should organize and then find the application to your management to solve the problem in finance, to tell your management that you are interested in that and you need the support for the material, for the preparation, for the tours. And you should tell the management such kinds of the cultural event will bring a benefit. And then you can combine the marketing and culture together. So to make this traditional item can be the heritage. Thank you. Thank you, Professor Chen. I supplement. You know that the presentation on site and show on site. Okay, so it takes us time for us to prepare. Yeah, but you're welcome to the second floor now. I want to ask a question. As a student, I participate in the forum. Then when we're talking about wood culture and the development, if we want to make this culture being spread deeply in public, we should combine it with the people's life deeply and harmoniously. For example, just now we visit the exhibition at the second floor, and in our eyes, our crafts today at two ends, I like to say. One is very expensive, that beyond the affordability of public. So people have to appreciate only, but cannot afford it. But in the future, if we want to develop the arts for a long time and can spread the wood culture more widely and more deeply to the public, to indulge the wood culture into people's life. So how we can make it not expensive, can be affordable. Okay, let me say something for Mr. Zhang, that how to dig and how to make the contents, the inside contents of the wood culture become a heritage. So how to dig it out. For example, today we focus on the health of people and the enjoyment in culture. So this is the focus. We focus on the spiritual way. So before, my major is about wood processing, and I think that wood processing is something like the spa, like taking the spa. For example, you are carving, sculpturing. It's like enjoying a spa. It's good for your health. And so the activities of wood processing, for example, if you go to the forest, you see different kinds of the wood, different kinds of timber, and you may see the different functions of them. But how to spread this idea, this concept to the public, to let people understand, if you go there, you may find it. So, different grass, different trees, they have different functions. For example, if you plant some grass around your house, that will be better for your health. And also, it's not only good for the health, but also good for the views. So I suggest that should we dig out this idea and spread the wood culture that is good for not only for the health, but only good for the entertainment. Let me say something. Like Professor Yang said that the wood culture and Hongmu wood culture, and like Mr. Lin told us, I'm more very interested. Like what we say, that world is small, but Chinese said the rare one is very good, right? So in one word, in terms of the wood processing, in terms of furniture, and then the artwork. So we focus more on the shape and design and less on the nature of the wood, because you know that how to protect it is not only protect the nature but also protect the shape and the forms. So what do you mean art? Art, I mean it has more contents on the shape and design and less on the nature. Yeah, of course. The nature of the material is number one. Yeah, but this only at the initial stage, right? For example, you want to make some furniture, you buy some material at the first minute, you will focus. But later, when you make it, people focus on shape and design. That's more important. And distinguished experts, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I have some question. Today, our topic is about Chinese and Asian International Wood Culture Forum. So, in every country, I believe they will have a long history of wood culture and vary each other. And also due to the culture background different. So I want to know whether in the future should we and may we have criteria to unify each other. Like experts today discussed that we have two values, one in marketing and one in culture. So how could we in the future we should spread the culture, wood culture, deeply in people's life? Your question, I would like to Mr. Tan to explain. We live in this globe. We are having the culture. You and me have the culture background, and culture background is different, so our understanding is different. So our view on the value of wood, role of the wood, is different. So I think we should not make a only unique criteria for the wood culture in marketing and culture. So because it should depends on the local features. For example, we already have the air conditioner now, and we have the fan, the ceiling fan, the RP fan, but still we use people to use the hand fan. Is it okay? Or we already have the air conditioner, we still require people to use the fan? No, I think people should diversify it due to the different demands. That's, market economy totally different to the planned economy. So I think diversification should prevail. Today, as a student of Guangxi University to participate to this forum, I feel deeply the wood is good is the concept. I want to ask Mr. Yang, just now in your speech, this one word, give me a deep impression. We should not quantify it. So I want to ask it, is it a definite one? Is it a definite one? Or can we balance it in? If how can we quantify those artistic items to let more people to feel it, to touch it? Yeah, this is a very critical question. Yeah. Still, sorry, I still don't understand. Let me repeat. If you cannot quantify it, that is artistic. If you can quantify this technical item, okay, so how can you make the art of wood become quantitative and then be accepted by public? Yes, this is the content. You know that what I mean by art? Art should be belonging to the higher end in all kinds of the field. For example, today we have the languages art. It is a kind of the high-end art that belonging to a small part of people. We define it that those parts only being appreciated by people, at the high end. We should not say that the most popular one can be the art. So art is always something that beyond any description in words, that is totally beyond most public. So if you are interested, we may have the further discussion independently. And my subject can be discussed in dozens of hours, so we may have the further discussion later. Okay. One more question, okay? We are delighted to participate in the forum. My question is, when, like Mr. Yang said, about art, wood culture is an art, but as a college student, I only see as an outdoor man, I cannot understand the inside of the culture. I cannot understand very clearly. And only one I can see is a crabs. So, you know that the wood culture has a long history. Can we use a very simple word, a simple tool for people, especially the youngster, to view it, to understand it visually, directly, simply, easily? Is there any way available for us? You know, when you present artwork in front of us young people, especially born in 1990s, up to 1990s, and how can we understand it if it is not vividly, actively, visually, directly? So, if you tell me that, hey, you see the grain is very beautiful, yeah, it's really easy. I can view it, I can see it very clearly. But what about the inside? Yeah, this question is very nice. It's a nice question. Professor, students, thank you for giving me this time. I have a question. Like people said, we should focus less on the nature, more on the shape and design. So maybe we make a mistake in the daily life. For example, we would only talk about, hey, this is Hongmu, hey, this is what kind of the wood. So what we hope is that wood culture can enter people's life more. So if as a student later we go out and enter this industry, is our job we are focusing more on the shape and design and less on the nature? For example, can we focus on using a simple wood and make a great masterpiece? So can you give us more direction and hints? You also come up with a very critical question. Let me answer. The student, actually, our Thai friend already answered your question. You see his pictures. They design the furniture. Are they artistic? Are they creative? they are using the normal log, not expensive wood. You know, simple wood may create a masterpiece. So in this way, I would like to emphasize that we should focus more on the feeling, on the design. Even though it is a broken log, it is a rubbish timber, but if you use the inspiration, a great inspiration, you can make a great masterpiece, like that Thai expert. Thank you. Due to time limit, so the section of interactive discussion finish here. While we have several days to discuss in the. So now I have a conclusion for this volume. Ladies and gentlemen, forum is going to close. This forum, I see three features. Number one, interesting and artistic. As we talk about the concept, talk about the inspiration, the values. Here, we also link together with the inspiration and interest, and also the happiness of the process. Second one is the conceptual and academic. We discussed the concept of Hongmu, and also the wood carving concept in the construction and architecture, and also the concept of wood selection. And all these concepts, some of them very new. Number three is folk and historic. Like we talk about wood culture, wood shattering, and wood linkage to people's life, history, civilization's role. So today's forum is a very successful forum. It's an unforgettable forum. I think taking this opportunity, let's open our arms to warm welcome the Wood Day on March 21st, 2013. It demands our great support and our warm care. Here, I would like to summon on behalf of IWCS to all of you. Your support is highly appreciated. Thank you. Now, I announce, even though I hesitate to do it, I announce that the 3rd China-ASEAN International Wood Culture Forum closed. Thank you.